when you get a chance there. We're recording. Welcome to the night shift. This is OpenRCT2, another lovely creation by Mr. Chris Sawyer. We've been playing a lot of OpenTTD. Saw a little clip, some roller coaster building. Was like, I could go for a little roller coaster building. And so here we are, and I'm streaming it. We're gonna be going for about 3 hours here. We got a hi from Sophie. Hello. You let me know. You're gonna be the tiebreaker right now. I don't know if you voted yet, but we're 50-50 in the chat right now between playing sandbox or playing scenarios. We got Greek Spy Gaming back in the chat asking how's it going. It's going well for me. Hope it's going well for you. Just got back from the gym. We're looking for a tiebreaker in our little poll in the chat there for sandbox or scenarios before we can get started here. If you have not yet voted, I implore you to. I'm very indifferent. Personally, maybe leaning slightly towards scenarios just because the maps are a bit better designed coming out of the box. And if I were to start new, I'll show you some while we wait for some votes to come in. Maybe here are some existing parks. This one is not much, but this is my light take on Bumblebee Beach. Obviously, some more work could have been done on this one. Looks like this was probably a park I started and then lost interest. This is a pretty nice wooden coaster, though. Lots of bumps up and downs there. You'll have to forgive me also. I need to get used to the mouse sensitivity here. I couldn't find a setting to lower it, so I'm going to be moving the mouse probably a little bit too quick because I'm used to the OpenTTD controls. Here's another one I made. We have classic wooden coaster here. Pretty happy with this map. I think this one comes with the scenario. But most of the other stuff here, maybe I built, maybe I didn't. It's been a very long time since I've played this game. This looks like something I would have built. This classic mini, because I rode on something like this when I was a kid as my first roller coaster. And my last roller coaster. What else? We have Forest Frontiers. This is a pretty empty map as well. The last one I'm saving. Thank you, JP, for the shout out. Appreciate your appreciation, man. A bit too loud when you zoom in on the park guests. I get drowned out. All right, well, I could lower some of my audio a bit more. That's why we're doing this little... We're waiting for votes to come in, and I can tweak my audio here a little bit. Maybe lower those sound effects and the ride music a bit more. It's pretty loud in the old phones, so I imagine over stream it's decent volume as well. You let me know if that sounds better when zoomed in here. A little bit of vomit on the ground. We'll go on to our last park. We still have a 50-50 tie in the chat. What am I looking for? Load game, Leafy Lake. This is my favorite map in every Rollercoaster Tycoon. I just love having a lake in the middle. You can see I got pretty decently far in this map. I got a monorail. Got this thing, Ferris wheel here. Got a cool Woody. Does some underground stuff. Almost looks like someone else built it, to be honest, but I think I built this one. Glad it's sounding better. Well, we still have a 50-50 tie in chat. Oh, we also have some gondolas here. I rode on a gondola just like this one when I went skiing. Actually, not at all like this one. I didn't realize this was actually a chairlift. Yeah, it is called chairlift. All right. I could buy that. 5 viewers in chat now, please. There's 5 of you. That's an odd number. We need a tiebreaker in the chat. Next vote will break that tie, and we'll be getting started with either sandbox mode or a scenario. Got the log flume here. Look at all these queued up logs here. Not the highest throughput here, but this ain't OpenTTD. We don't need to worry about efficiency quite as much. I'm not going to try to min-max this game. I know you can. You might know Marcel Voss over on the YouTubes. He is one of the developers of OpenRCT, and therefore knows the ins and outs of that game's code, this game's code. and can give you a lot of intel on how to min-max this game. Like many of the games I play, I'm just going to be going for aesthetics here. Well, look at this thing back here. Forgot about this fella. All right, there we go. We got scenarios. I'm going to end the poll. We're going to close that out. End poll. Almost hit end stream. That would have been awkward. There we go. Scenarios. Oh, sorry. Sandbox. With 60% of the votes. We just had a last minute vote change perhaps there. Let's go back to the main menu. I'm not sure how to actually get to sandbox mode. Is this, I don't think, I think sandbox mode is just a scenario, but with the goals disabled. Maybe. Nah, you know, I should have done a little bit of due diligence before having that vote, perhaps. So let's see. Maybe we get started here with a scenario, even though the vote was for sandbox, just because I'm not sure, not 100% sure how to actually get that sandbox going. Wait, maybe someone will say something in chat as a little reminder, because there's no extras here. Maybe I'll just punch my microphone. Maybe that's what I'll do. If I just look up OpenRCT2 sandbox scenario. It's custom content. You just gotta make it do. Make do. Tell you what, we'll get started with I'm trying to remember what's a nice flat park for the most part, and then we can just disable the scenario objectives and sort of go with our own thing. You know, why don't we pop into these actually and just take a look at what we're working with here. Yeah, this one's a little small, so we're gonna do not this one. RCT2 maybe. I know we have electric fields. This one's kind of classic. Maybe we do electric fields. This one's always reminded me of the nostalgia of electric fields is a serious factor here. Now, is this a pay per ride park, if I understand that correctly? Yes. So admission is free to this park. They pay per ride. I'm going to be seeking out... Oh, the game's real quiet now that we don't have a full park here, huh? I'm going to be seeking out a little bit of advice maybe as we go. It has been a very, very long time since I've played this game, but I think we're good to get started right away. Now, let's take a look at our ratings here, see if we could boost... For example, I don't even remember which of these tabs has ratings. There we go, 2.1. Now, if there's one thing I remember, it's that your excitement rating up to a limit is essentially your price of admission for these rides. So we're going to increase our boat hire here, our rowing boats up to $2 right away. Let me maybe pause for a second. I got the space bar bound to pause like every good game should have. And yeah, I mean, I'd be remiss if we didn't start with a roller coaster. Am I right? Let's take a look at the cheats though. And one of these should be scenario cheats. Maybe. Goal, have fun. I think clicking this button gets rid of the scenario requirements. Oh gosh, there's so many tabs here that I do not remember which ones are which. Gonna take some getting used to. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, that was probably actually, sheesh. Here we go. This one, and then this one. No rewards. No award. Yeah, your objectives, have fun. Okay, so there we go. Scenario's been nuked. We're back. We're in sandbox mode. You know what we gotta get started with? But we gotta do some research too, it looks like. Well, maybe, actually. What roller coaster? Yeah, we got a decent selection here. Of course, have the wooden coaster, the junior, the mini, and the mine. But we got to get started with the merry-go-round. First thing anybody should place in this game is, of course, the merry-go-round. And got to put a lot of thought. Actually, before I place the merry-go-round, we're going to place some paths. We're going to replace some paths. Oh, the game is paused. Yes, of course. Oh, can I not? Oh, I can. We're going to replace these with tarmac because I think that's a little bit nicer. Maybe that's just me. Can't build outside the park, unfortunately. In fact, maybe we go with proper tarmac. I know I'm already spending so much money, but I like my paths to look really nice. And I understand that at some point in this game's history, doing a triple path like this would have been very frowned upon due to some pathfinding AI shenanigans. But I do believe that OpenRCT will have resolved most of that shenanigans for us. Correct me in the chat if I'm incorrect about that. Oftentimes, I can be wrong. Okay, 313, sure, sure, sure. We will need some ATMs at some point, but let's try to get the first few rides down just because I don't want to do too much planning. I'd like to do more placing, if you know what I mean. Plus, getting this merry-go-round will give us at least some game audio to listen to here. We'll get the exit over here, maybe, and open you up right away. Guests, of course, won't be able. And there's our game audio we've been waiting so long for. We're going to go green paths because these were always my favorite. Do I go all the way at the entrance? Nah, we'll leave one space there. We could fill it in with some decoration or something. Now, the exit, I do know in this game, guests are inclined to continue in a straight line unless otherwise acted upon by an external force, like the path ending. So maybe what we do is we place another ride, like a merry-go-round. Look at that, I remembered the rotate key. It was Z. That's how much of this game I've played, is I have that muscle memory still. And we're gonna want the entrance, I'm guessing over here and exit over there. This one's gonna not, we can't have them both feed into each other. Well, I guess we could. Yeah, we actually totally could have them both feed into each other. I just gotta move that exit a little bit. Again, I gotta find the button that allows you to move the exit too. Refurbish rides, not what I'm looking for. Reekspy Gaming says, gotta admire my focus on detail when it comes to aesthetics. I've noticed the same from OpenTTT with how I decorate my stations. Thank you. You're gonna have to bear with me in this one because I can't focus on aesthetics immediately. I need to, you know, get the park up and running, similar to our situation in that other game we were playing. Most famously, what was the name of that game? Transport Fever 2, yes. If you recall, I wanted to focus on aesthetics, but it just wasn't, the economic situation did not lend itself to focusing on aesthetics. Also, I keep trying to right-click on these menus to close them, but it ain't happening. You gotta actually click the close button or click backspace, which I suppose isn't the worst. But damn, is that right-click hotkey is very convenient in OpenRCT. Okay, come on. Why do you... All right, we're going to work the path out in a second here. It's just being a little wonky. This should work now. Can you please just go the right way, perhaps? Strange. I've not encountered this. At least I don't recall encountering. Oh, look, I think these are diagonal paths. Is that what... Dragon area. Okay, no, never mind. I stand corrected. Yeah, I don't know why that won't go in the right way. Maybe if I place that first and then this one? There we go, okay. Figuring out the shenanigans as we go. So now these two rides will feed into each other, and as long as the guest doesn't have a reason to not go into the merry-go-round, they will enter the merry-go-round. I believe that is how this will work. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right camera angle. There we go. We'll stick to this one for now. Okay, yeah, we got some spots we got to fill in with decoration, but money making comes first. So the merry-go-round is a 1, so we charge 1 for it. Ferris wheel is a 1, so we charge 1 for it. I think everything can charge at least 1, but we'll take a look at the guest list maybe in a second. Kind of get a feel. Is this doing a day-night cycle thing, or is it just getting cloudy? Oh, it's starting to rain. You know what that means. Oh, yes, you do. We gotta buy some Yeah, information booths. These guys carry the umbrellas. We'll put one of these right smack into the entrance of the park, and since it's raining, yep, probably spike up that price for umbrellas. I think they'll pay up to 20 for umbrellas. We'll just do 420 for now because it's a nice number. I'm gonna take a little sip of my Olipop. And how has everyone's day been? Over in the chat, my park has received an award for being the tidiest in the country. That's remarkable, to be honest. What else might we want in this intro bit? Some restrooms would probably be a good idea, but obviously no one's complaining about it quite yet. So we won't spend unnecessary money yet. We will soon, though. We have this river here, which could be fun to play into. Obviously, the boat rides are here. You know what I would like to do is maybe get some signage up to prevent people from going too far down this these paths here, because there's nothing over here that's gonna make me money. So we will. How do I want to do this? Then this is just a big old dead end over here. So we'll put a sign up over here, and we'll put a we'll demolish some of these footpaths, most likely. Oh gosh, and we have guess off the paths. And not only that, but my laptop with the chat on it has just decided to turn off. So lots of things to unpack right now. Okay, we need a sign there. That's going to be a do not enter. The idea is that they shall not pass. Okay. Yes, and that will keep our guests in the part of our park that has the rides. Sophie's day's been going well. Greek Spy Gaming's been slow but busy. That's an interesting combination of attributes to assign to your day. But I believe you. I got you. Slow but busy closed the bar early today as it was pretty much dead outside. How's the weather over in Estonia? Hopefully the weather's not too bad. I'm gonna go on a little path upgrading spree here. This will also help maybe to help us denote which parts of the path are quote unquote within the park and which aren't. We're gonna replace this with our new, there we go. Ooh, I can't go that far up because, yeah, there we go. So we're gonna have to have a little baby line for the rowboats, which is fine. I mean, I don't really care about the rowboats. We might even end up deleting that. I feel like maybe we should build like a roller coaster or something. Isn't that what people play Rollercoaster Tycoon for? For the bumper cars on top of the Ferris wheel? I'm sincerely curious, by the way, Greek Spy Gaming, what the weather is like in Estonia, because here it's been starting to warm up a little bit, which means the bars have been very busy. And I don't know if you guys celebrate Irish Day, also known as St. Patrick's Day, over in Estonia, but that's another big bar hopping day for us. I'm going to put this maybe one more slot back. Yeah, so it's like a little bit over the water. We'll put the entrance floating, I think. A little strange, but it'll be okay. And we'll put the exit oh, I can't put the exit where I wanted to put the exit. Interesting. I might relocate this old fella. Let's demolish you. Put you in sideways. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. In my humble opinion. I got chat messages I gotta look at. Just gotta give me 1 second. I don't got a lot of space for the entrance. Why don't I move that entrance, in fact? Just over one more. That should give me a little bit more space. Sorry, I feel like my New York accent's slipping out a little more than it usually does today. I just got back from the gym, so my voice feels a little weird. I wonder if it sounds a little weird. What are we saying over here? It's getting better, but it's still cold. I think right now it's 0 to 1 degrees Celsius. Better than January at -20. Some bars do celebrate it. Primarily the Irish pubs, but foreign holidays are rather rare. But it's Wednesday, so people don't really go out for drinks. Yeah, well, I mean, they certainly do in the States. I feel like maybe we can do a little bit of decorum. Let's add some lights. Put some lights in these spots. No, lights are absolutely useless in this game. All they do is get vandalized. But they look pretty. And you know how I feel about making things look pretty. Now, that's maybe too much stuff. Litter bin. Neat. I like to stick with the OG assets for the most part. Ooh, I think I have some content packs in here, maybe. I don't know how much of this came with the game and how much of it I just installed myself. But you know what I would like is some hedges. Do we have hedges that aren't quite so big? Not really. We have some trees. Let's put some hedges down. I see, no, these hedges are too tall. We really don't have smaller hedges. Because I want the guests to be able to see what's on the other side of this fence, you know? Could do the classic wooden post fence. Or we could do the classic fence by Chris Sawyer, the Lord and Savior himself. Okay, yeah, I'm keen on doing the fence. Oh, and I deleted an entire pathway there. Like I said, it's going to take a little getting used to. I'm adjusted to OpenRCT2 behaviors, where if you're in the rail tool and you delete, it will only delete a rail. You know what I mean? Surely you know what I mean. And some trees. Some flowers or some trees? I like trees, you know? Maybe some... Is it topiaries or tapiaries? I forget what the word is for a shaped tree, an ornamental tree. Or a tree. Ooh, these are little trees. Yeah. $9 each for these trees, mind you. And do we want maybe a fountain there? Cattails doesn't quite make sense, I don't think, but we could get some bush and some flowers. Where are my flowers at? Here we go. Just to fill in the rest of the space. We gotta change colors up, you know? Tree is in the way. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. In my experience, as long as you get lots of color, it will look good. So that's what I'm going for. Variety. Sophie says, we have lots of Irish bars where I live. I miss going there for St. Paddy's Day, but I definitely want to go for the FIFA World Cup to the US. You've never been to the US? The FIFA World Cup is the finals happening down the road for me. Fun fact. I live pretty close to where all that will be going down. If the tickets weren't like $2,000, I might consider even going to watch it. I feel like we should be doing some research. Currently in development is Rollercoaster. That seems fine. Let's focus on Rollercoaster and thrill rides. Maybe we should just do Rollercoaster because we don't really have that many thrill rides. We have 3 rides placed, and I kind of want to recolor some of these. All right, before I do that, let's get a Rollercoaster going because that's what everyone plays this game for anyway. And I feel like you got to start with the wooden coaster, right? Now, I know there's all sorts of rules about like you want, you know, X amount of drops in order to get the maximum ratings for this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. I like the idea maybe of using this central area. There's got to be a hotkey for like removing in mass. I know there's clear scenery, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I want to get rid of a lot of path tiles without having to click on all of them. I'm keen on getting our Woody to come up over this stretch of path right here. And just so that I have a reference, I'm going to add a second line around all of that. Maybe we double that bridge at some point. Oh no, you just want to go to an Irish bar to watch the football games. Yeah, well, that sounds a lot more affordable than flying to the US and watching the World Cup. All right, wooden coaster. So the station maybe can go above the path, or maybe the station, maybe we have like, because I think I'm going to put the station over here and we'll elevate it. Yep, okay, we'll elevate it. Okay, so the trains will come in over the path when, you know, it's time to go to sleep and get new cars on. I also want a really fast bit to go over the path there, and I kind of have an idea of how I want to do that. Now, one thing I do really like, I know it's not very original, is to drop right out of the station. Is this not? Is this on flat ground right now? Oh yeah, it's on level 0. Okay, well I messed that up a little bit. We have to undo some of that. Let me get this back. Oh, I gotta keep it held. There we go. That looks more like what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so yeah, my not very original idea is to sort of go down. Oh, we don't even really have enough room for it though. Well, we could do that. Not quite gonna fit, maybe? No. I think if I do a straight no, okay, never mind. We're not going to do the drop thing. I think we will come out of here and just go straight up, maybe. I mean, I don't think we can get very high up is the thing, because we're right up against the edge of the map here. How high up could we go? I know Woodies don't usually go crazy high up. We could maybe get up to like 45, since we need space to turn about also. Could we? Ooh. Okay. And then just down we go. Maybe not. Maybe not quite so steep. Well, maybe we do just do that actually. It's gonna be a lot of G's on that little drop there. In fact, maybe I just level it out a bit slower, like so. Rotate a bit here. Is that weird? Does that look weird? Maybe we shouldn't go so steep on the first drop. Maybe we can have some steep drops, but for the first one, we should go like nice and gradual. Ooh, new idea, new idea. What if we go underground here? So where's my landscaping tool? Drop you. Yeah. I know we're not going to properly go all the way underground, but I want to go under the path is what I'm thinking. Which will require 2 stops, 2 chunks down. Very expensive. There's some hotkeys here that will hide terrain. Okay, well, I am not H? Yeah, oh, no, not H. Well, good news is we don't really need it. I could just go straight. Then we're going to come out on this side. We should be going real fast. Nice head chopper there also. And now bring us up to 30. Is that... You think that will be... Oh, you know what we should put? Since this is just a big straight part, we should put a... water splash? Yeah, water splash is kind of... Makes sense. Except it will kill a lot of speed, potentially. Oh, come on. Why won't it fit? Is it too long? Yeah, I think it's too long. Already going crazy with the park design. I'm really trying not to overdo it. What I wanted to do was get the photo... Yeah, on-ride photo section is what I wanted there. You know what? Now I'm kind of thinking we go over the path here. Just like this. and then drop back down. Take a picture, dip down real low, come up. Ooh, okay, hang on. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error here, so you know, have a little patience. Can I, if I start it a little bit further back, maybe if we ditch the idea of doing a photo op there. Because what I wanted to do was like a bend around the corner or over the path. Oh, we might still be able to do that. Let me just experiment with it. If we come straight up, like so, and start banking this way. Whoa. That was not what I had in mind. Keep the bank and do a real gradual. See, now we're too high up now. Too high up. Yes. That is more along the lines of what I was looking for. Now we take this real wide turn. And I'm fine with that being a super wide turn. Let's get this ride also testing so that we can see the ghost. Oh, we need to build the entrance and exit. We'll put the entrance on this side. We'll put the exit on that side. God, it's not a complete circuit. Isn't there a way to test it? Oh, yeah. That button. All right, let's see how it does. We're gonna... That seems like a really long car. Can we do 5 cars per train? That'd be reasonable. Yeah, there we go. We fit both of them in there nicely now. All right, here it goes. Would anybody be interested, by the way, in seeing Rollercoaster Tycoon 3? That game's really more definitive of my own childhood. Yeah, so I'm going to just straighten it out a bit earlier here. What do we have in turn? We have helixes. Not yet. Let's go up a bit more. Let's see if we have the speed to get up that hill. And then, depending on our speed, we're going to try to get up as high up there as we can. Is that going to be too tall? Oh, no, that'll be fine. We could even maybe go one more. Almost all the way back up. And now we'll have our really steep drop. So tons of speed coming out of this drop. And go, well, you know what we could do is photo opportunity. Another path here that I did not know about. Let's just make sure we get up the slope. Ooh, we just make it. Oh, we don't make it. That's so sad. All right, that's fine. We'll go one less tile up. And then a big steep drop. Just like last time. And maybe here we could head chop ourselves and go under the path. I mean, obviously this path might not stay. In fact, I'm going to just get rid of this path. It's not even really being used right now. So, well, we're going to assume that it's going to continue to not be used. And hopefully the G-forces there isn't too much. Looks okay. Get the photo op in. And start heading back up. Do a little baby bump right here. Not baby bump in that sense. And then nice downward spiral. Keep the banking. Sharp turn. Oop, we're getting more rain now. And can we helix here? Is this enough room to helix up? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. We will unbank and go straight under our own belly. Up. Left. I like to do unbanked turns when I'm going uphill because it adds a little bit of excitement, I think. I don't know how realistic this little bend over here is. This is sort of an awkward piece, maybe. Greek Spy Gaming says, never played any of the Rollercoaster Tycoon games. Have you played OpenRCT2? because they're a lot like OpenTTD, as you're probably figuring out for yourself. Actually, I decided I do want to bank that turn, by the way. We'll do another little drop. Straighten out. Now I'm having some trouble seeing. Where are we? We're in that spot right there. Just so I could see where this track leads. Yeah, so how are we looking speed-wise at this part? It was looking really fast, actually. Do we have enough height? Yes, we can get over the exit. Perfect. And then do another path. I mean, I'm thinking we just do another paths over the paths. What else do we have here? Do we have like a loop-de-loop? We do. Okay. Large loop. Wow, that's huge. Do we want to do a loop on this coaster? And what's our speed looking like over here anyway? Not great, so it's probably not going to get the loop in. Loop in, like Harry Potter. But we can go over the path again. I just don't like all the straight track that we're adding. OpenTDD is the only one of the kind that you have played. They do seem very similar. But you don't think you're creative enough to make roller coaster parks. Hey, man, I mean, it's not strictly about creativity. It's also just sort of like have fun with it. I mean, I played this game as a wee lad, and I was not creative then. I'm still not the most creative. So, you know. I think this Woody's coming together fine, though. Trying to like see the rest of the layout in my head. We kind of want to put a path right here over that again also. We might do that. For now, what if we sort of just start to wrap this guy up? You know, I mean, could we? Oh, we don't. We need to go down. All right, I feel like I'm kind of designing myself into a hole here. What if we do go under the path here? What if we make this a steeper drop? And we go under. Oh, it's really hard to see what I'm doing, though. And the tools aren't the best for transparency. Not as nice as RCT or OpenTTD. For example, I think that's not the right tool. Where's there we go. Landscaping. I think this path needs to go down, or this block. Nope. Okay, maybe this one does. Raise or lower land first. Well, I'd really like to. I just don't know which one I need to raise or lower. This one, perhaps. H does not help. Okay, this helps a little bit. This is looking awfully strange, though. You know what I think we need to do is delete some more path. I think that will help. And then, come on, why won't you go in? That shouldn't be so high up, so we can get rid of that. Oh, man, what's the... There we go. This is the one that... Ah, see, it's doing that weird thing again. Where I want to get in... Or whatever, it's not going to work. What I need to do is... move this one down, perhaps, and this one down. There we go. The game was trying to tell me that whole time. Unfortunately, I don't know how to fill this hole. Oh, I could do it like that. There we go. Okay, now I place you, and I start to level out. See, okay, now I'm starting to understand the UI a little bit. So that gold square there is telling me what I need to move in order to get the piece in, I think. Although it didn't quite work that time. Or, well, okay, that worked, strangely enough. Yeah, get it in. Get that one in. Now we're underground. Okay, that's what I wanted. I want to just get the tunnel established. Now that we have a tunnel, I can kind of make my decision making can be a bit easier. And we emerge. Wow, we're going really fast over here too because of that initial drop. All right, how do I get this to look more normal again? So we made a little bit of a mess of the terrain over here, but I'm thinking I can do something like this and it will kind of, yeah, there we go. Raise it up to the proper points as much as it would allow me. I can relower this so it looks a little less weird. Okay, lovely. Anything I like about Rollercoaster Tycoon 2? Well, it's a very nostalgic game for me, for one. But that's not it. Vertical loop right, maybe? Okay, it's... Oh my god, we ran out of money. Okay, we're gonna take a loan. And we're gonna emphasize just... Whoops. We're gonna emphasize just finishing this ride up. Let me see what our speed is like coming up this hill and if I could get away with just a really sharp bank here. Or a sharp non-banked turn right here. Ooh, probably not. All right, so let's initiate a bank, make it a really sharp turn, flatten out again at 10. That's perfect. Do another really sharp turn, and we hit ourselves because we need to be at 5, not 10. Okay. Well, that's at 10. So let's level out naturally then at 5, like this. Initiate the turn, make it a real sharp one. Go boom. Straight. Bank. Oh, can't make it quite. Oh, we're really close though. Yeah, there we go. I think that's in the right spot to just go up. Tiles. Path's in my way. All right, and level. Do I need to delete another? Oh, we're all offline anyway. Which means I need to do an S-bend. And maybe I can unbank over here. Do an S-bend left. Do another... Oh, we're at 5, level 5. We need to be up to 10. So what I'm grappling with is that we need to get the coaster under this bit of coaster, which is at height 15. So we need to be at 5 to get under it, but we need to be at 10 to get over the path. So maybe it'll be better actually to start on this side and come out, because once we clear the paths, which in fact I would like to add the paths back so that I can know more confidently when I'm able to move past them. For example, can't there. Can there. Okay. And S-bend. Nope. S-bend this way. Ooh, see, look how close we are. Look how close we are to mating them. Ooh, we, how can I do this? How can I get it in? That's what she said. You know what we can do is S-bend right, and then have a big old turn here. And bring her in. All right, I mean, it's ugly. The end of it's ugly, but we ran out of money, so what more can you want from me? Let's reduce our loan a little bit. Keep a little bit in the bank, though. And because we got to get the... let's get proper testing underway with the cars and everything. We might need to add some brakes. Honestly, I don't think so, though. And I think it'd be really cool if our path just came over here to like the entrance, if the entrance was here. I'm trying to... Maybe I should just start with the entrance, because it's going to be the hardest thing to sort of maneuver. But if we place that... Oh, we can go over it. Yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well. We're going to create a very long queue. Oh, that's kind of neat. And then here we'll start going down. Nope, can't get across there, but there. I think that is actually right where I wanted to end it. And what that means is that we can put the regular path in now. Yes, like that. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So the reason we want a little bit of regular path there is that our guests will come and gawk at the roller coaster flying by. Wow, that's really fast. That coaster. This might be too intense. Yeah, it's a 7. That's pretty intense. It's that first drop is really fast. And this unbanked turn over here probably isn't helping the intensity. All right, let's close it up and work on fixing that up a little bit. So first things first, can we fix the unbanked turn over here? All right, because obviously we need to turn. And there's some scenery blocking my vision here. Straighten yourself out, plug in. Yeah, okay, so we can bank that turn. You'll see that should help a lot with the intensity already. And then before the S-bend, ooh, we don't have any straight blocks, so we can't really brake the vehicle. Slow the vehicle down, not brake. But I'd like to slow it down before it goes into the S-bend, because the S-bend you can't bank, so it's a little hard on the neck. Let's see how this does, though. Goes up. And we can get away with a high intensity as long as we have some good excitement to go with it. So we'll add, you know, the usual scenery stuff, some trees and whatnot. Okay, it comes through here, goes around the banked turn, comes in nice and slow. Yeah, it's a little fast, so we could use some braking over here maybe. We'll do regular brakes just to slow it down. Okay, that's probably too much slowing down. Yeah, it's a little bit too much slowing down. So that was with 13. Let's do like a 22. See if that makes a difference. Did it get rid of my S-bend? How dare it? Fast forward a bit, maybe. Is it plus and minus to fast forward? I do like some of the airtime, like right there. That would be fun. I assume. I don't like roller coasters very much in real life, despite liking the game. All right, that slowed them down nicely to where I think they can go over the S-bend without breaking their necks. At least the second S-bend. Wow, there's a ton of traffic outside my window. Fascinating. All right, we need to get the exit set up here now, which is kind of obfuscated behind the coaster. Am I in the right spot there? I don't think I am. Oh, it's really hard to see. And the key that I'm pressing to hide the roller coaster's hiding the path also. But at least it's confirming that I am in fact in the wrong spot. Okay, maybe I just manually like navigate my way up to it. Sorry for the flashing, by the way. That's what lightning does. So we can have the exit over here, I guess. Man, it's really... Oh, there we go. That's maybe a little bit easier to see. I happen to know that the exit building is just right on the other side of the entrance. So that should mean that it's right there, which means we actually need to have you come off one more spot over. And then this can be nice and parallel with the staircase on the other side. And as long as I go straight, 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 and then hook in. Yeah, and it did it for me. We can remove this sign. Technically, it might be beneficial to keep that sign in there because there's nothing for the guests to do. Almost demolished the entire ride. We can actually open this up now. What's our excitement rating? Yeah, we did lower the intensity a little bit, I think. Excitement is 6.6, so we'll charge 6.8. I think maybe just click into here and type it myself. We'll see if anyone's like, ooh, it's too expensive. I don't want to go on that. Then we'll know it's not working. Can I click on this sign? Why? Clicking on everything except this sign right now. There's a fine spot. There it is. Delete that. Okay, now since it is so intense, you see all these people lining up to watch the coaster. That's exactly what we wanted. Since it is so intense, we should probably add some trash cans in and around the location of it. In fact, even better than that is I can add a first aid stand like right outside of it. No, but we'll put the first aid stand there, just underneath it, which is kind of amusing. Can we charge for first aid? No, unfortunately not. Is it floating? Yeah, it's floating a little bit, but maybe I could fix it up. Because we didn't spend enough money already. But this isn't transnational freshwater. I don't have a board of directors to yell at me for spending all the funds. Look at all that green money coming in. Okay, now I want to build the station building for this. And I'm thinking maybe this queue line is a little bit too long. If I get rid of these parts, of course, that's going to make some of these people tweak a little bit. That's okay, though. They could tweak. Okay, now it's rebuilt. Now, the station building is the tough part in this game. We need some walls. What kind of walls do we want? What kind of walls do we have? This includes all of the specific scenery pieces. Although I do seem to be missing just like the regular wall. We have brick walls. We have bone fences. But we don't have like the red bog standard plastic wall. Maybe I need to unlock that still. All right, maybe I'll wait then. Maybe I'll wait until we unlock it, since that gives me a good excuse to also save some money. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I muted the microphone just in time there. Oh, sorry for the sniffle. I think we have some terrain here that can be raised as well. And that's still the only way I know how to do this is by expanding the brush size and doing it like that, which I don't think is the proper way to do it. But it's what we're gonna do. Okay, and we can lower the price for umbrellas now that it's no longer raining. Don't need that influx of cash anymore. I gotta change the colors of this thing because it's driving me crazy the way it looks right now. Here we go, color schemes. Ooh, we have alternate color schemes. How about instead of red on the railings, we do black. And then instead of black on the wooden parts, we do brown. And then instead of white supports, dark purple. Oh my goodness. Let's not do that. Let's do black supports. Not awful. Let me just look up some wooden coaster inspiration. Over here on the general internet. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it just looks like wood. It's a shocker there. Let's do wood colors for the... Yeah. For that part. And then we'll make the planks be black, and we'll make the railing be a fun color, like maroon, maybe. Okay, excitement rating 6.9 now, so I can increase that even further. I probably could get away with charging 7 for this. What's the guest general thoughts here? It's too intense, yeah, but some people are liking it. Queue time's only 2 minutes, and it does have an 80% popularity rating. which isn't bad for such a intense ride. We need some barf bins, though. We need some barf bins, and we need some benches so that people can sit down and expel their innards into their outers. We'll put some benches underneath it, too, so that people can gawk. Can't help but notice we are accumulating some vomit. That's fine. We'll handle it. Which lights did I use? I used these lights. Not a huge amount of rhyme or reason to my light placement strategy, just sort of getting them in where they fit. Trying to find the right... Oh, there we go. That helps for me to see where we have things placed. Want lots of benches coming out of the Vomit Inducer 9000. In fact, I don't think garbage cans do... Ugh, wrong button. I don't think garbage cans actually do anything for preventing vomit, so I'm going to replace those with benches. Although these guys aren't green. See, these guests here aren't, you know, looking all green, so I think it's okay. We'll put some more benches down regardless. We have two coasters there, or 2 cars, so people are getting their enjoyment on. Let's add some of these TVs in the corners so that people enjoy their time in the queue line a little bit more. Could add some lights into the queue as well. This will, of course, be covered up by the station building once we have the props that I need for it. Speaking of doing the research, maybe I should also fund some scenery and theming. Oh, I almost got to sneeze again. I'm gonna hold... Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I hope I'm not getting sick. It's the springish weather that we have. I kind of like the yellow cars. I forgot to change them, but they do look kind of nice, so we'll live with it. We'll survive with it. Can I squeeze another path next to that one, perhaps? I can, and I shall. There we go. A little bit more viewing space for our lovely guests to view. Could get some food going. This area is looking nice. Huge line for the Ferris wheel. Not a big line for this. Now maybe it's... Well, it could actually be priced up even more, I think. So we'll charge a little bit more for that one. Kind of want to get started on the food court, maybe. Could start with the food court. Could get some more rides down. Well, we don't have a ton of money. Let's get some more rides down. Oh, we did unlock another coaster. We unlocked the looping or we unlocked the corkscrew coaster, I think. So we could do a metal one for our next one. Probably want at least like $5,000 in the bank before we start doing that. And maybe we get the bumper cars in. I'm thinking this might be a good spot for the food court. So bumper cars, yeah, we'll just throw them down. A little willy-nilly maybe. A little bit more sound in the park with this too. Charge $250 for those. Now, bumper cars are usually pretty popular, if I remember correctly. We'll give it a decent sized queue line there. That green color is assaulting my eyes. So let's, I actually don't mind the green, but it needs to be less saturated. And I like the yellow cars again too. I think that's a nice little theme we have going on. All right, let's take a look at maybe hiring some staff. Some cleaners can't be a bad idea. We'll hire a new handyman. I am gonna assign an area to him because I don't want him going to the parts of the map that I have signed off, because they will do that. Reduce the size of this maybe. I'll explain that in a second. But so I have my do not entry signs there. Those do not apply to your staff, so they will just wander the whole map unless you do something like this. And I'm just painting the whole region. just so that I don't forget any spots. There we go. That's fine for now. Obviously, as we get more handymen. Well, maybe I'll hire a second one right now, actually. And we'll do a similar region. Doesn't need to be super accurate. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in the middle. Go over that a few times. Okay, cool. Mechanic. Good to have a mechanic. Just because you never know when your rides will break down. There we go. Got that mechanic all marked up with the same plan. This is maybe a little too much over here. Entertainers. Yeah, we'll get lots of entertainers. I do kind of want them to be the same look. So we'll do tigers, maybe? We'll do pandas. No, we'll do pandas. Yeah, I like pandas. Entertainer 4? No, more like panda. Entertainer 3? How about panda? Entertainer 1? Panda. Okay, there we go. Close all of that, please. I don't know where it looks. See, look, there's this guy over here just ignoring my do not enter signs. That's where you could just delete the paths that's doing the connection and it works the same. But the entertainers are really good for keeping guests happy, so I'd like to keep some entertainers around. Now, I wanted to, before I clicked on that, take a look at our guest thoughts. They are hungry. They are hungry indeed. Food court time? Food court time. So classic burger stall, I think, is in order. Open that up right away. Same price throughout park. I'm gonna leave those prices mostly default here. Hot dog stand. Sounds like a good item to go right next to it. Same price throughout park. As I flip on the light in my bedroom, getting a little dark in here. Drinks stand, where are you? Here you are. Little drinks stand. And we will actually place another little drinks stand a little bit deeper into the park, like over here maybe. And another food stand also deeper into the park. Maybe mix it up a little bit though, like a sub sandwich stall. Put that next to the balloons, I guess. Same price throughout park. I don't know why you would ever not want the same price throughout the park. Are our balloons free right now? Is that what I just... Oh, 90 cents. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I will not condone free goods of any kind. Come and enjoy the food, my darlings. My merry-go-round seems extremely popular. A second one on the other side of the park. Yeah, merry-go-round is pretty popular, but the queue's not even filled up all the way. You know what I could do is place another merry-go-round just on top of this merry-go-round. But we'll consider that. We'll think about that for the future. I'm kidding there, by the way. Yeah, we'll place one somewhere else, just not immediately. What we want is some benches so people can sit when they eat, and what we want is some bins so that they can throw out their dirty garbage when they're done eating. I must say this extra zoom level is a little bit much. It kind of makes me a little queasy sometimes going in that much with the zoom. Now, why did you switch this path side? See, bumper cars are very popular. Get rid of all that. Bring my path in like so, please. Thank you. Look at all these people sitting in the food court. I'd say that's working as intended. And money's looking fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's certainly fine. These people are going to need a bathroom. these disgusting people. So we'll put a bathroom on the other side of the food court as sort of a temporary fix, maybe. I also just kind of want to do some more decorating now, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place some more of these fences around in various locations. That should be fenced off, in my opinion. You know, a location that should probably be fenced off, yes, I know I'm placing fences where there are already fences, is the roller coaster. We don't want people climbing into a roller coaster. But one thing at a time. Well, obviously we do want people climbing into the roller coaster. What we don't want is them dying and climbing onto the track. Not that they will do that in this game, but if we pretend, then anything is possible. And I think these fences add a little bit more realism. So yeah, here is where I was thinking, keep the fences in, but also maybe we do like a chain link. Oh, we don't really have the chain link, but we have this one. The mesh fence, just to keep people away from the roller coaster. What's going on here? Where's I'm trying to do is add it onto the elevated bit of path here, but it's being finicky with me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was like exactly what I wanted to do. How do I... There we go. Ah, here we go. Look at this. So we add this mesh fence here so that people don't kill themselves. Because you know they want to. Because who doesn't? Sorry, that's a little dark. And then over there, we can convert it back to the regular fence. But I think this is just a little bit more realistic when it comes to the decoration around the... Okay, I guess we'll get rid of these fences too. The decoration around the roller coaster is what I'm trying to say. The words are struggling to be formed. And by the water, for that matter. We really don't want people jumping over a fence and into the water. Am I placing that behind? Oh, I just deleted the path again. That is really frustrating, that accidental click deletes the path like that. There we go. Let's place it back. All right, I'll stop bugging with that because I don't want to screw it up any more than I already have. Well, maybe, unless I can add a bit of fence over there. I can't even see it, so we'll leave it. I might just replace this one though, or these two. Yeah, like that. Okay, is that like too much fencing? What if I replaced the fence with the wooden one and I made the color actually look like wood? Would we prefer this? Maybe, but I already placed all the fences, so we'll reserve this for another part of the park, perhaps. Yeah, that would be the plan there. Make sure all my drink stalls and everything's open. I wanted to add some more trees. Look at the variety of trees that we have. Just in the surrounding bits here. And trees really help sell it. Especially by the Ferris wheel. I think that would be a nice touch. And it's a little bare bones without the trees here. I know it's fields. It's electric fields. It's not supposed to have a lot of trees. It's not electric forest. But come on, we need some trees. Try to be a little more consistent in the trees that I pick, though. Get rid of some of the overly groomed looking ones. And the trick is just remembering the trees that I put down so that I can use them later on in the park and they look correct. All right, now we'll get the manicured trees and put these in our food court. Along with, it's a statue? No. But some flowers for sure. This is always how I've played this game ever since I was a wee lad. All right, little assessment of what's selling right now. Pirate Ship's doing really well. Ferris Wheel is doing pretty well, but the queue is just really long for it. Merry-Go-Round is full line now, so Greek Spy Gaming, you were spot on with that one. Could probably place another one. The bumper cars are doing really well, and the roller coasters, it's fine. We're filling up the cars, so we're not necessarily losing money, though I do wonder if we could be making more. We got our excitement up to 7 with the trees that we've placed. Maybe add a couple more trees around it, like some cedar. And do we have an oak? It's like a simple oak. Oh, we have Scots pine, though. Scots pines are some of my favorite trees in real life. Really do not fit the bill here. Those are more mountain trees, I think. Now we could add some of these poplars and some bushes would probably be in order, I think. I think the shrubs are the large bushes. Just kind of spam these around. Is there a tool for this? Oh yeah, scatter tool. Wow, look at that. Boop. A new efficient way to spend money. And there goes all of our money. And there's the developer tools by accident opening up. Oh, you know what that did do? Is place some bushes in the drink. You guys remember the game Worms? Not Tower Defense. I forget what that game was called. Like Worms Reloaded. Was it Tower Defense? No, it wasn't. It was. I don't even remember what you did in that game. I just remember it was fun. Such is life, I guess. Now, we're a bit strapped for cash, but I'd like to get a log flume up, and we got a bunch of new rides unlocked here. The launch freefall starts at 800, so we're gonna need to save up some cash before we could place this, but I'm keen on making this my next one, I think. Maybe a good spot for it would be on top of the wooden coaster. Yeah, like there. Or maybe over here, unironically. No, we have this big old shed here. Maybe we use this. Delete some of the roof tiles. Maybe we put another food court in there. To be more realistic about it, we could slide this thing in back here, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I could buy that. Sure. We'll get our entrance and exit in first so that I don't forget to do that. Exits can go here. Okay, sure. How high up do we want to go? Maybe 140? Sure. I mean, it's not like crazy. But I'm not trying to go crazy here. Well, maybe we could go taller later on. I do need to fix these colors, though. Yikes. Black? Yeah, okay. I kind of like the red, but maybe we go green. There's a lot of green. Maybe we go orange. Yeah. And then the base is just horrendous, so dark green on the base, maybe. Station style is plain because we're using plain everywhere. What do these alternate color schemes do? Not much that I can see. Now, the actual vehicle, I think we want to go orange again there, and we'll keep the white. Paint individual area of this ride using the selected color scheme. That sounds really complicated. What is our rating? 3.6. Can easily bring that up to 3.6. That will probably gradually get higher as we... Oh, I need a queue path, please. As we, you know, place more stuff around here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can I maybe just go one more? No? So I wanted to snake my queue up. Okay, I guess we'll do something like this. And we'll fill in that one tiny little gap there with something else. Can I get rid of some of these fences? Thank you, Saw. And there is our vertical drop in business. More money potentially to make from that. What did we put in the middle there? I think we put some flowers. We put a clock? No, we put some pink flowers in there. There we go. Flawless execution, might I say. Might I add. And now we have a little vertical drop thing. What's the intensity on it? It's still pretty high. So I'm thinking we should probably get some more gentle rides going, because we have the really intense coaster. We have the pretty intense vertical drop. So are we due? Oh, look at the line we're getting for the coaster now. That's good to see. How's our economic situation? It's fine. It's fine. It's looking good though. I like our little core of the park over here. This is for the people that aren't insane, and then they can crow. Oh, rain, you know what that means? It means we increase the price of our umbrellas. It's like getting free money. In fact, we maybe even place a second information booth over in the insane part of the park. Yeah, like over there. Go buy your umbrellas, you maniacs. I guess we just keep closed. Why is this closed? Broken down? Where's my mechanic? Oh, he's on his way. Okay, good. What am I paying you guys? $80 per month? Yeesh. How are the guests feeling? There's some sick ones out there. They like the wooden coaster. They want park maps, and they're running out of money. Well, that's good to know. I don't have the cash machine unlocked yet, so I guess research. We should prioritize shops and stalls and maybe maximize the funding on that. Try to get that. That will pay for itself once we get the cash machine. I'm certain of it. Ooh, balloon. Pop. Oh yeah, lots of vomit laying around. That's not the best. Let's try to combat that with some more benches. Over in this area, we may have lost some. And then, of course, our handyman should be around here somewhere. One's in the food court, one's... Actually, they're both kind of in the food court, so we're going to hire a new one. We're going to not give that one a dedicated region to work in. We will move him over here, though. I'm going to take another sip of my drink. One moment. And we do want to periodically check in on our ride excitement ratings, because as the park grows and more scenery just gets placed sort of around everything, these ratings will go up. So you can see I can increase basically everything right now in terms of price. And there, like I said, I think there is a better heuristic than just one-to-one matching excitement rating with a price, but that's sort of the go-to that I've always done for the longest time. In fact, this probably even got improved. 2.11. Not by much, but a little bit. Our launch freefall is very popular. Queue line is filled up. Let me close it. Make it a bit taller. And then open it. And we'll see what that does to the price. So it was 3.6, which was, as you know, as I just explained, the price. Yeah, it's still about 3.6. We'll put it up to 3.7 since people were willing to pay for it. I kind of want to get another roller coaster in. We're making lots of money now. And let me take a look at the research. Mechanical theming was the last thing we unlocked. Oh, and this has some nice walls that we might be able to use. Still not the walls that I want, though. Oh, and we just got another one. Giant garden theming. Which is this one right here. We can place huge grass things. This reminds me of Pikmin. Remember Pikmin? Anyone have a Switch too, by the way? I've been playing so much Pokemon that I really want to get Pokapia, I think. Or Pokapia, I guess is the only way to pronounce that. So I'm considering heavily getting Pokapia. I want to make use of this area that we have the wooden coaster sort of doing nothing but spinning around in. Like maybe we could place some rides or some shops over here. I do think we'll use this hangar or the shed for another food court in due time. But maybe, just maybe, we have car ride. That's kind of lame. We could put a maze over here. We could like recess the maze. I kind of like that idea. Okay, here's the plan, Stan. We're going to find the landscaping tool. We're going to spend a boatload of money again to recess. $500. Oh. Oh, and there's a hole that we need to respect over there, so we'll go down to there. And we'll bring it down all over here. Okay, and the idea is that now that that's been lowered, we can put we could put a maze. An amazing maze in here. What? Can't construct this here. Invalid selection of objects. Okay. Well, the way I've always built the maze is to just sort of like build the whole thing first. I wish I could just hide the Woody. So if I want to hide the Woody, I have to hide all rides, which would mean, obviously, that I would be hiding the maze as well. But I'm basically just building the solution to the maze here. I'm trying my best to make it work with my limited visibility. Because now it's like, is there... Yes, okay, I can come through this way. What's the situation? Come up? Yeah, there we go. Come back down. This is going to be a super long maze. People are they're gonna love it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, and I need... Let's just do like a big, long, straight bit there. Sorry for the camera jumping. I'm really trying hard to see what's happening here. Continue straight. And then back the other way. Of course, it doesn't really matter if your maze is functional or even looks good. Okay, that's good enough for me. We'll put the exit in. Is it facing the wrong way? Exit. I need to get rid of, or I need to lower some more terrain. One day I'll learn the proper key for doing that. Whoa. Whoa. The Hiltonator just, I didn't even know. Oh my God. Dude, that's a lot of money. That's like a ton of money, dude. Whoa. Holy smokes, man. Thank you so much for that. That is incredibly unexpected. I honestly forgot I even enabled super chats. He says, "Hey Keeper, I just finished the OpenTTD episode, hopefully the most recent one. Thanks for the chill vibes while I do chores." Bro, you're welcome, man. That's crazy. I did not expect anything like that ever from this. Oh my God, I'm at a loss. I don't even know what to do in the game anymore. Now. That's just a big whoa. That's a big whoa from me. In a good way. Dude, I'm glad you like the series. It's a lot of fun to make that series. So to hear people are enjoying it is pretty cool to hear. And I'm happy to make more. Damn. Dude, I don't even know. I wish I could give you more in thanks, in gratitude, but I don't know what else I can give you other than a shout out here, man. Sheesh. That's I'll say it. I fuck with that. If there's anything you want, you can hop on the Discord. Maybe we can make something happen for you in the Open TTD series, if you so wish. I think you deserve whatever you want, for the record. So if you want a shout out, we can give you a shout out. If you want a train line dedicated to you, I think we can make that happen. I mean, dude, we can make anything happen at this point. So I will say this maze that I'm making right now is gonna suck, just because I'm a little distracted. Oh, I hope you can understand. All right, I'm gonna try to lock back in on the maze here. Um, no worries, man. Had a good tax return and wanted to spread the love. I think about OpenTD, maybe a nature preserve. If you don't mind, hop into the Discord so that we can chat in real time once I'm done streaming, or tomorrow maybe, and we can work something out. Because I think you deserve a little more than just a nature preserve, but you know, whatever whatever you find best, I will make happen. In the meantime, I'm working on this shitty ass maze. The name of the game with the maze is build your solution first and then just fill in all the gaps, like I'm trying to do here. The tricky part is that you got to make sure you don't break your maze because you were stupid enough to put a wooden roller coaster on top of it. So you can't see what you're doing and therefore have to constantly worry yourself that you're making the maze unsolvable. The classic solution in this game is to just have the ye ol' one tile maze, but that's no fun. Besides, I think it's kind of working now. Okay, well, that one wasn't entirely intentional. That last tile. The way I see it is that if I can't see the part of the maze I'm working on, then it doesn't need to look good. Because no one else will see it either. Except the guests. But who cares about the guests? Okay, I think the maze is done. Let's open it up, get a path going into there. I guess I'm going to build the queue on this side because that's what's happening. What is it? What? What do you mean maze is in the way? Oh, okay, what is... I'm all frazzled. You got me all frazzled. There we go. This is what I was trying to do. All right, so that's the entrance to the maze. Now we just need the exit to the maze. The amazing exit will go right here. And I guess we'll just plug it into the main path over here. Gotta get rid of some pieces. Beauty. War Thunderman, welcome back. Can I pin this super message? This super chat? Oh my god. I like how you're like, you got a nice tax return, so you're spreading the love, and in doing so, you're just fucking up my tax return, because now I gotta file an extra $100. Just kidding, I'd rather have it. Also, I don't need to worry about that for like a whole nother year. I do gotta still do my taxes, though. That's something I keep forgetting to do, so I'm glad that you reminded me. I'm also glad that you gave me a super chat. That's also pretty cool. How you doing, War Thunderman? How's your morning going? Woke up 20 minutes ago and you're already tuning in to this stream of mine. I appreciate the presence. Salute to you. The Hiltonator. I think that's how you want me to say it. What are you having for breakfast, War Thunderman? Please enlighten us. Hopefully it's magnificent, whatever it is. I think we can open up some more of the park pathing now, since we have added this thingamajig. Since we have added the maze here, we can get rid of this barrier. Let's maybe just cut off like from here. Did not mean to get rid of that tree. There we go. So they can enjoy that area. Maybe I keep the path color slightly different. There's our recessed maze. I think this is a good excuse because I really didn't like how this oh, I gotta get rid of this no entry sign so that people actually go in there. I really didn't like how the wooden coaster just came out here for no reason other than we needed this space to turn it around. So I think this helps a lot to give this region a bit more purpose, or this area. We'll see early guest thoughts on, ooh, can we 1.8? Yeah, that's the most exciting maze anyone will have ever seen. It's a really good value. Yeah, well, not anymore because I just raised the price. Ooh, I could search individual guests. Neat. I could see where they're congregating to. I just want to make sure that none of them get stuck in there. They're finding their way out. I could see they're exiting. So they're not getting stuck, which is good. Banh mi, that's you know, that's very Vietnamese of you. My girlfriend loves banh mi. Also, banh mi for breakfast. Is there like egg in it, or is it leftovers, or are you just having banh mi for breakfast? Maybe it's different in Vietnam, but I associate banh mi with like dinner, like a big, heavy, hearty sandwich. Pirate ship has broken down. How's our research going? Chicken nugget stall and cotton candy. No cash machine yet. I think we could place cotton candy down though. Put that next to the bathroom, because we all know what cotton candy does to your insides. I think this food court's done. I don't want to pack in everything over here because we're going to make use of this shed as well. If I could find the key, there we go. We'll maybe prepared to do this now with some paths being added. And I like people can sort of hang out outside, look into the... this is actually, I like this a lot. This recessed maze here. What we do need is some more handyman. So I'm going to hire one and just set it to be this new region we've established. A little bit of overlap with the old one. And we'll have this guy just take care of this. Maybe we'll do another one. Give him the same area. Ish. Preemptively fill in all this spot over here, just in case we expand to it. You can't watch my stream for too long because you need to go to school. Hey, dude. I 100% guarantee you going to school will pay out better than watching my stream in the long term. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind about that. So you go to school, man, and you enjoy it. I can't go to school anymore unless I paid absorbent amounts of money to do it. Which I ain't gonna do. Put our bathroom in. We could charge for the bathroom, as always. And you could get away with up to 10 cents, but I'm not going to be that evil. What we will do is put another burger stall in. Oh, no, it got rid of the walls. Do I have these walls unlocked, even? Yes, I do. We got a lot more walls unlocked now than we did last time I looked in here. Still not the plaster wall that I'm looking for, though. Although this isn't that far off. This one. But let me replace the corrugated wall here. It's a little off kilter, but it will look more natural, I think, once all of them use this. I wish it would. There we go. Placed properly is the word I was looking for there. Okay, gotta do the same on the other side, I imagine. Yep, got rid of that by accident. Holding shift there to raise that terrain. Why does this look like OpenTTD? Because this is OpenRCT. Mr. War Thunderman, I don't know if you're familiar with a certain Chris Sawyer, but he was the mastermind behind a certain roller coaster, or well, okay, here's the full story. There was this guy named Chris Sawyer that existed, it still exists as far as I'm aware, back in the 90s. And this guy had a great idea. He was like, what if I made a transportation tycoon game? And so OpenTTD was born. And then he realized that it's actually a really complicated and hard to make game. So he gave up on it and was like, what if I narrow the scope to a roller coaster tycoon or a roller coaster simulator? You know, as one does. And that was a really good idea because it meant that instead of like simulating these huge maps, you just had to simulate these little maps. And then the other thing that did was, well, he was able to take all that code that he had written for the Transport Tycoon game, which had trains and stuff, and he was like, hey, this translates pretty well to roller coasters. So he was able to keep that physics in the engine. And he created Rollercoaster Tycoon, and then he created Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. And then years down the line, these two games entered the public domain, at which point the wonderful people, the people, as they say, of the internet, created OpenRCT2, which is the game I'm playing right now, which is like a more polished version of the original game that came out in 2002, I think. And they created OpenTTD, which was taken from Chris Sawyer's original like experimental code for Transport Tycoon. Which, I mean, it's not really fair to call it experimental. It was a game. It just wasn't a very well made game, and it wasn't really finished. But the community took that code and finished the game, and so we had OpenTTD come out of that. And so that's the story of OpenTTD and OpenRCT and why they look the same. It's because they're using the same engine, if you could believe it. And they were also made by the same guy, which is probably the bigger point to make in that argument. How old is this game? So that's a tough question to answer. I believe the original Rollercoaster Tycoon came out in 1998, maybe 99, maybe 2000. Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 came out in 2002. I'm pretty confident about that. Though I could, of course, be incorrect. I often am with many things. The reason it's complicated, though, is because this is OpenRCT2, just like in TTD, we have OpenTTD. And so it's not like it's constantly in development and being updated to work better and whatnot. Ooh, and I think I forgot to place a wall there. The game's old, though. Is the TLDR, I think. Yeah, it's old. It's almost as old as I am. I was born in 98, for the record. So, yeah, or RCT1 is as old as I am, I guess. Almost 3 decades. Which is freaky, kind of. I think we're missing some walls, some fences. Just to mix things up a little bit, maybe we use the wooden fence here. I was born in 97. Don't say 3 decades. It hurts. Hey, dude, we got 1 more year. 2 for me, you know. I'm spoiled. I got 2 years before I'm 30. Much like my knees. Hey, I hit the gym today. I did leg day, and I had to leave early because my knees were on fire. Still no cash machine, man. Damn, we're pushing money, pumping money into research. Ooh, hat stall. Yeah, I'd like a hat stall, I think. Can we configure the hat? Same price. Yeah, let's do random color. That sounds fun. I think I'm gonna do random color for the balloons also. I like lots of different colors in the park. Well, we finished our little food court over here, more or less. We could put a bit more path in there and then let them give some more seating areas so they could sit down and eat. Yeah, just like so. How are we looking on time? Almost 2 hours in now. This is decent progress. I think we need a second roller coaster. We have decent amount of money saved up. I don't want... Oh. Merry-go-round broke down. We got long lines everywhere except our main roller coaster. So I think we should either do a like really chill coaster like a mini or a junior, or we can do the looping or corkscrew and just make it less crazy so that we have more people able to ride it, you know, because this is a very intense coaster here. Not a lot of people are riding this. Oh my god, we trapped a guest. Do you see him? Carolyn S. Oh, Carolyn, you've been stuck here the whole game. All right, we'll keep him there, or her. Probably here. Oh, there's a lot of guests trapped over here. How'd they get over here? And how come nobody said anything? Okay, we'll try to connect up this path. See if that makes them happier. I might even put a Oh, that's problematic. Huh. I guess we could come out that way and make a bridge. Or I could just let these guests wander around, which I think is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to delete all this path. They'll find their way out. I'm sure of it. 4 more years until 30 for you, but I can already feel the humidity in your bones. Greek Spy Gaming, you're telling me you're 26 and you own your own bar? Dude, that is so sick, man. Good for you. I'm genuinely jealous of you. I'm not big on food service. I never wanted to work in food service, but I'd love to be the proprietor. Which I guess sort of requires you do a little bit of food service, but you know, c'est la vie. Where should we put the next coaster? Back here it looks kind of interesting. Maybe behind the food court. Get some more people over in this area. I know we have these fields here, these farms, but I'm a little hesitant to just build over them. And then we could use this space in the back here for a coaster as well. Get some cool interactions with the Woody. What if we built like a mountain back here and then did the log flume? Okay, so we'll reserve the log flume area for over there. And if I look back at my paths, I could probably squeeze a path this way and then under everything and put another coaster back here. Sorry for the jumping around with the camera. I'm trying to logic it out in my brain. Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea. And I think we're going to do... what kind of coaster should we do? Ooh, ice cream stall. And more rain. Leave some recommendations in the chat for which kind of coaster we could do. The options will be corkscrew, looping, or junior. Maybe I can make a poll, actually. What I'm doing right now, I'm going to go quiet. I'm going non-verbal. Corkscrew, junior, or looping. There you go. It's a poll. And when you vote, just bear in mind, corkscrew and looping will be more intense, but not as intense as the Woody. And the junior coaster will be pretty chill. Yeah, sure, your finances might advise against it, but you still did it, you know? You jumped into it. Okay, looks like we have 2 votes so far, and no one wants to do the junior coaster. So I think we can cut that one. So it's looping or corkscrew. Let me read the descriptions here. Looping coaster is a smooth steel-tracked roller coaster capable of vertical loops, which we might have one of. The corkscrew coaster is a compact steel-tracked roller coaster where the train travels through corkscrews and loops. I think corkscrew coaster makes the most sense because we're working with a very compact area here. I'm going to put it behind the Woody because this is the intense part of the park. 661 guests, by the way. Let me fly to school, says War Thunderman. I'm going to go with the corkscrew coaster, folks. Ooh, that's right. And we could kind of make it... Yeah, we're going to make a traditional coaster here, I think. So I'm thinking the path is going to wiggle its way through here. And I'll put the entrance to this guy, like, here. Yeah. See you later, War Thunderman. Thanks for tuning in. I do actually really appreciate it. I don't know if you're still here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for chatting. Okay, this one will... I don't really want to get crazy high up because the Woody gets up to 40 feet. No, it gets up to 50 feet. So maybe we go like 35 for this one. And then we turn it. What do we have available to us? S-bends, corkscrews. can't corkscrew down. So we'll just do a regular bend. Let's take a look at how this works. That's a long train. That's not really what I had in mind. Maybe we'll put, can we put block brake? block? Yeah, we could put block brakes and boosters. Didn't think about that. Just want to make sure it makes it to the drop here. Cool. It did make it to the drop. Can we start corkscrewing? Ooh. Ooh, we kind of can. Corkscrew. Oh, but we're too low. So maybe we do a loop. Large. Okay. Medium. Okay. Small. We could do some inverted bits. Oh, and we need to come out of it with... Oh, we could... Oh my god. Whoa. Yes. That looks so cool. Oh, can I not get out of this though? Oh, that's such a shame. It's hitting itself. Okay. Well, we'll go the other way. We'll corkscrew right. Yeah. Because that looks so sick. We could do like a cobra roll. If we corkscrew this way again, and then we do another half loop. Oh, we can't fit the half loop? Okay. But we could just keep corkscrewing. Oh my god, this is crazy. This would probably be too intense. Ooh, and it goes real slow over there. Okay, so instead, I think we'll just start banking. Do a real wide turn there. And then start heading up for another drop. Let's see, how does that look? Yeah, I mean, it's slow. But it's not that bad. We could gain a little bit more height here, I think. That might be too much, though. That's at 55. Yeah, that's way too much. Yeah, it's still going to be at 55. So let's do just a couple bouncy boys like that. And start helixing down. Obviously going right over the station there. I kind of like the helix on top of the station. I think it's kind of... Can we get another helix in? Or two? Oh, neat. Is that too much helixing? All right. Name suggestion, the shifter. I like it. So what's going on here? You go up, you're making a right turn, and then you're making a left turn. No, you're making another right turn. And then you're making a bunch of left turns, real slow like. And this is fine. I didn't want this to be the craziest coaster ever. Okay, so that's a bunch of left turns. So we should do some turns. Well, no, those are a bunch of right. You know, those are left turns. Wait. I don't know. What I know is that it's got to go this way if we want it to balance out in the ride feel. Can we helix down small? Right, because hang on, I got to see what the car to make sense of this. We'll make the car smaller too, so maybe it will carry a little bit more speed. I don't know if that's how it works. The Blender Supreme. So you're making a right turn, and then you're switching. You're going the other way. Are you going? Hang on, why is this so hard for me to reason about? That's going left, and then it's going right. Okay. Geez, that took way too long to think about. And I'd like to maybe do another corkscrew if I can. Or another cobra roll. Oh, and I ran out of money? Let's see how we handle this. Oh, the shitifier. Not the shifter, okay. Yeah, good to clarify that. We almost called it the shifter. All right, how am I going to get this thing into the... I need a corkscrew or a helix up now. But it won't fit. Can I do it manually? You can't bank and go up. Okay, I don't think we could fit the Cobra roll in there. You know, I'm thinking about this. I'm not really liking this coaster. At least this station needs to move back. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Of course I'm liking the coaster. I want block brakes. The aristocrats. The Blender Supreme. The Shitifier. Lots of good options there. Let's start from the other side. So I think that will make it a bit easier. Or it will illustrate everything that's wrong at the very least. Do we think we're going to be able to make it up to that is the big question. We're like on top of the very piece that we need to meet up with too, which is pretty funny. I guess that kind of calls for a helix. And I need to start turning the helix? Yes. Can't fit it there. Blender Supreme is the best name. Okay, we'll go with Blender Supreme. I don't know if you've... I'm getting rid of a lot of this, by the way. I know it's no longer maybe the Blender Supreme that we wanted, but it needs to be tweaked. Can we do small helix, please? Small helix down. Yes. Yes. Ah, it's too close to the woody. All right, new plan. Yes. Straight down. Steep. Nope, can't fit it there either. Having a lot of trouble with this one. We're going to come all the way back to here. We're going to get rid of this bit at the end because it's confusing my brain. Don't worry, Blender Supreme will still be a fitting name, I think. We just got to work out the details. I think we put one of our helixes here. Okay, it won't fit. What if we did large? Still won't fit. All right, what if we went straight for a notch and then started helixing? Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh, let's consider switching the turn direction here. Large or small helix down. Yes, it looks like two testicles. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Oh, and of course we get trapped right here. I wonder if I could buy the parkland just to alleviate the... This is rides. What am I looking for? This one? Yeah. Buy parkland. Land rights. Okay, it looks like I can't actually expand the park at all. So we might not be able to do the testicles. Well, we probably could actually keep this. We just gotta... Ooh, okay. I see what I want to do. So we continue this way. We make a big sweeping curve here. What are we hitting? Okay, we're hitting something. Go down. Level out. Turn. Yes. Okay, but we gotta keep banked is the only stipulation. So we go straight, but keep banked. Then we go down straight. Oh, we can't keep banked. Okay, so we go straight, we unbank, and we go down. Then we go flat, and we rebank, which is super janky, so let's not. now we can bank, make it a sharp turn. Yes, and we can go straight. There we go. That's what I was trying to do that whole time. This is the Malort experience. Okay, let's see how it handles this wiggling through here. It's going quick. Has a lot of speed. We could put maybe another flat ride over here too. The Pythagorean experience. Square the circle. I think we're cubing the circle here at this rate, fellas. Some gnarly airtime there, maybe. If it can make it. So you do loop-de-loop, or you do your spins, you come through here. Big airtime. Oh, and it just misses it. Okay. Well, it's fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. I think that's less height. Ooh. Some unbanked turns. Ooh, and it just makes it over. I don't like it. This is proving to be a really hard coaster to make. I wonder if it's... I'm going to delete a lot of this. I'm going to come up with a new plan here. Starting from this point. I'm sorry. I know we just like lost a lot of progress, but we're going to do the small half loop. We're going to keep that. We're going to corkscrew out of it. I really wish we could go that way on the corkscrew out, but we can't. So we have to go right. So that much we're keeping. Then I think it just makes sense to turn right here. And we can make this a medium steepness of a turn. Then we reset. What's next? I kind of like the idea of just doing a little mini drop. Coming back up, and now we can do a cobra roll, potentially. Okay, I think we need to be flat to do a cobra roll. Or maybe we do a proper corkscrew there, actually. Nuts cubed, nuts 2, now with extra G-forces. Remember when I was like, let's make this ride less intense than the wooden coaster? I don't know if that's panning out so far. Let's see how it handles this. Wow, it really gets a lot of airtime there. I kind of like the roll there, so we'll keep it. Do we think it will be able to get up to 40 feet? Probably not. But it could probably get up to 35. Oh, but we can't. Okay, we'll do 25. And what I like to do maybe is down and then unbanked turn. Okay, not enough room. Well, we could put a corkscrew in here. Down to the right. Small. Down. Wait. Need a bank first, I think. There we go. Now we can go down. Helix small. That airtime is nuts. Okay, I don't hate it though, so far. But how do we bring her home? I wish I could just keep helixing down. Why? What's blocking me here? Itself? Really? And I don't have any extra room there. Okay, new plan. What if we made this a proper cobra roll? Like so. Ooh. Kind of neat, but needs to be sharper. Yeah, I could live with that. start heading. Ooh, that's really sharp, though. I don't know if they could live with that. Let's add another tile here before we do our corkscrew. Now this should allow us to, yeah, make that a nice big sweeping curve. We'll put the entrances and exits on that side, so I'm not worried about coming so close like that. Now, block break. Sure. We'll see if it is survivable after. S-bend, sharp turn, bring her home, S-bend, complete. It's small, it's quick, it's nuts cubed, I guess. Exit and entrance. Let's put the exit there. That's the entrance. Let's move it. Let's put the entrance there and put the exit on that side. Temporary. Temporary. And we did get the second. So no blending. Good point. I just couldn't find a way to fit it in over. I mean, surely I could fit it in. If I was just braver. Let me take a look at what the stats will be with what we have now. I would take another sip in this test. I think it's going to stop really short right now. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea of how we can maybe get some blending going. Those are decent ratings, though. I'll be honest. That's pretty decent ratings. Let's close it up. Let's do a little bit more work. We're gonna change up this whole exit path here. So what I would like to do, I think, is have this just straight up drop in here. And we'll keep that at a level 10 so we can path underneath it. Here is where we're going to put the block brakes. Working backwards this time. Here we'll put regular brakes so that it just slows it down at a more reasonable speed. And yeah, this was what I was hoping, is that we'd also be able to build over the Woody. Oh man, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, so that's now where we need to meet. That's what I should have opened this whole project with, I think. Let's get the nut blender going now. And oh, yes, 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 yes. So the nut blender, 17,000, is going to occur now. There we go. Yeah, that's... I couldn't ask for a more beautiful blend. Can we keep it going? Oh, we're so close. The vortex. DNA strand. But are the ratings supreme? Nut blender supreme? No, they are not. I need to think about how this meets. Yeah, because we're going to just smack into it there if we do that. Helix down small, though. Nope. Wait, that was an up. I need helix down small. Why is it going up? Why does that say 15? Oh, because it's in reverse. We need helix up small. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to just slam into the... Wow, that wooden coaster goes really fast around that corner. We're going to slam into the edge of the park if we do that. So that's not going to work. Oh, we're so close to making this work, though. See, look how close we are. Ooh, what's the proximity look like there? Oh yeah, those that would be a bit of a tight turn for them. Comes with diced tomatoes. Okay, keep the bank. Make this a sharp turn. Unbank. Turn the other way. Sharpen it. Can't make it. I wish I could buy it. Just 3-4 tiles. Can I cheat that? Because I'm not looking for a challenge here. I'm looking to have fun. Construction, all destructible operation, park, own all land. There we go. No more problem. That's the way we do it when we are lazy bastards and we don't want to keep remodeling the same thing over and over again. Look, don't hate me because you ain't me. Because you don't got my cheating skills. Look how close we are. And just like that, mission accomplished. Nut Blender Cubed is nearly done. We'll see how much that has destroyed our rating. Please leave your final recommendation, the Hiltonator. I mean, you're obviously gonna get to name this one, so you decide. You leave your final recommendation for what we should call this one, and I'll see to it. Not that I don't value your opinions, Greek Spy Gaming, but I hope you understand. Alright, it's going fast. It's pretty quick. It's a zippy little fella. This is when the nut blending happens. This part's a little spicy. And then slows down nicely and comes on in. Perfect. Not bad. Colors, green. Like green goblin green is kind of what I'm feeling. I want to use more bold and brash colors, so we'll keep the hyper saturated ones. What goes good with green? Orange? Wow, that is an eyesore. Black? I could live with the black. And then the supports, we could do the less saturated dark green. Maybe brown so it looks like tree trunks. And the vehicles, can I change the cars? Continuous circuit mode is right. Lift chain speed, let's increase that. We'll wait for a full load, at most 10 seconds. We only have one car available to us. We have 2 trains with 5 cars each. Why did you just stop? Oh, because of the blocking, I guess. Can we get 3 trains? No. Well, it needs to be it needs to be closed first. Maybe we could get 3 trains. Could we get 3 trains? No, okay, we can't get 3 trains. That's a silly me. And what's our rating? No test results. Yeah, I gotta let it go. The Blender Supreme. Hit the nail on the head. All right. It's been decided. I figured you wanted the in the title, so we're keeping it. I do got to change the colors of the cars. I could reverse the trains. That'd be wild. I'm thinking yellow. All of our cars so far have been yellow. That's a little bit of a theme we have. Yellow, red, and black. I can live with that. And performance. How are we looking? Hey, that's pretty good. 5.58. It's less exciting than the Woody. The Woody's really good, but it's also less intense and it's less nauseating. It goes less fast, but it has the same average speed, which is crazy. It's pretty quick at 52-second total duration. Length is less. G-forces are a little bit higher, to be honest, but the negative G-forces are higher on the Woody, which is probably the big contributor of intensity. Lateral Gs are higher. It's corkscrew, you kind of expect that. Airtime is lower. 5 drops. and 2 inversions. So this is our first inverting coaster as well. Let's see if we can get the path over here now. This is a part I was a little worried about is how the hell are we going to get the path through here? I think we're going to come out like this and wiggle it through the woody. Like that is what I was thinking. Cool. Yeah, that's not bad, to be honest. And gotta just feed it into the station. Oh, we'll leave that as like a little viewing area. Maybe we could come out this way. Put some more things. No, not gonna do all that. We'll keep the little viewing area though. I think that's nice. Exits on this side. I guess that's not the best, but we could maybe come out this way and connect up simply. Shrimple as that. Maybe add, what am I looking for here? Oh, I want to raise the terrain. Just a little wee bit, like that. It's because I don't really want a bridge over here. There we go. I think that's believable. I think it looks nice. And then we get our queue line. Queue line's going to be a little more finicky. Maybe we come out like so. Why are you not connecting? Strange. You know, I don't love the queue situation that we have here. Its name is hilarious, though. All right, I'm thinking we move some of our entrances and exits around here. I see chat moving, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. So I really want to finish this coaster here. Is there anywhere I'm going to be able to place this entrance on the other side where I could get a path into it? No, not really. Okay, that's fine. How do I then set this up in such a way? I think we need some paths here. Well, you know what we could do, of course, is lower some terrain. All right, let me look at chat. Got any plans for 1,000 subs? Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really a keeper vid without messing with the terrain. Yeah, you're right. Yes, first station piece. First station piece. Here? Where I have it right now? Or opposite? Because here I could get the path here and then wiggle it under, I guess, and over the water, but I was hoping to, like, what I think ideally I have the queue kind of wiggle around here and then go in like that. But I can't rotate this station as far as I'm aware, or the entrance, I should say. Maybe I can. Maybe it's like a new feature. Yeah, no, I can't. Won't let me. Opposite side, yeah, I could fit it here and there, of course. But then it makes things a little bit weirder with the pathing. Because I need to, like, bifurcate the entrance and exit, which I guess I don't strictly need to. What if we came out? This is a lot like OpenRCT2. My brain is struggling. All right, this is what I'm thinking. We do this. It's a pretty short queue. Well, I could artificially elongate it. I mean, that's probably a long enough queue, right? Yeah. And then we have the connection with the path piece too. Oh, this isn't connected over here yet though. I think there's some fence pieces that gotta go. There we go. Ooh, gotta fix that up. Hey, guess what we're doing? We're raising some terrain. Now, if I check sloped land, yeah, it just does that automatically for me. Why is this closed? Oh, it's broken down. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're gonna open it. We gotta set the prices. I think it was 6.6, so I'll just run this up. I'm gonna take us another sip of my Olipop. Aster Cody, is this what you had in mind? This setup that I have here, or do you hate this? You let me know. Now we gotta put some path objects down here, some pathing propping. Some garbage cans. We'll get some benches where the viewing areas are. Oh, this whole path is really a viewing area because it's going under two very intense roller coasters here. Dare I say, this would be a pretty cool park in real life. Dare I make such an outrageous claim? Obviously, these lights don't do anything, but they feel good to place. And I deleted a whole path there because I will always make that mistake. That's OpenRCT2's fault, not my own. Oh, and I did it again. And I knew it as I was doing it. I was like, that's not going to work. Let's get some Q televisions in. These are always fun to place for the guests. All right, that's the Nut Blender Supreme. Well, it's just the Blender Supreme. Wait, did we want Nut Blender Supreme? Greek Spy Gaming, do we want Nut Blender Supreme or just the Blender Supreme? By the way, to answer your question, 1,000 subs. I don't have anything special planned, but maybe we could chat about it in Discord. I never really thought I would get 1,000 subs. At least not as quickly as it has happened. But we can try to think of something. I really have no idea what form that would take, but we'll see. This is only a 5.3, so we could maybe lower the price down a little bit, like 5.6 maybe. Try to get some more people on this ride. What are they thinking about it? Can't afford it. It was great, it was great, it was great. That's great. Speaking of affording stuff, we've been researching stalls and only stalls. We actually researched all of the stalls, so let's do some more roller coasters and scenery. Let's do a little bit of everything, I guess. Do we have the cash machine? Sorry for yelling there. We do. Is that the only one? Yes. Okay. Well, cash machine time. We need lots of these. We'll put one. Well, we should put them kind of deep into the park, I think. We'll put one there, which is kind of a weird spot for one. And we need another one. We need a few of these. Cash machine. I think if I hold shift, I'll place multiple. Or not. Maybe if I... whatever. We'll just place it. Did I break the wall? No, we kept the wall. Good. And another cash machine. Never have too many of these. We'll put it... Where do we want to put it? At the end of a straight piece of path would be wise, because it means they're more likely to bump into it and use it, which is a hilarious mechanic in my personal onion. So like here, for example. And we'll rock with that. There's our cash machines up. That should help with the not being able to afford things. Like if we just clicked on a random one of these guests, this one has a nice hat on. Muhammad here. You're very thirsty. You have $55 in your pocket, spent 44, so you got 70 there in total. That's 90 actually. May have already used a cash machine. Now he was thirsty. Are we missing? Yeah, we don't have another drinks stall. Let's place one of those down there. Open her up and we'll place another drink stall maybe on this side of the world. Like that. Well, we fit in our next roller coaster. The park does seem to just abruptly end here since I enabled that cheat. Can I turn that cheat off again? I wonder. Oh, no, yeah, it's just a button. Ah, whatever. We'll survive. I'd like to get some scenery down, some fences. To be specific, to be Pacific, we need some chain link fences here so that our guests don't kill themselves on the roller coaster. I know you can't see the fences that I'm placing, but rest assured they are being added. This is just the only way I can think of doing this. Maybe if I press 4, 3. Okay, this actually isn't that bad. What's funny is I actually customized all my hotkeys before jumping into this game today. The reason I like to put these fences up, you might be like, but the views, and yeah, it's not great for their views and their photos, but it's good for their general survival, which I think they should value more. Wow, there's so many guests over here. The good news is that I don't think there's any cap to how many guests can fit on a path tile. Pretty funny in its own right. Okay, so there's some more fences put in. Kind of pretty up the place a little bit more. This part's a little bare bones. Oh, we got a bunch of rides now. We have the Twister. I love this ride. Or, sorry, I'm an adult. I used to love this ride. Back when I did rides. I haven't been to a theme park in ages, though. Oh, these are... Oh, that's a hat stall. That's right. I placed that myself. Where do I want this go? Maybe... Sorry for slurring my word right there. Maybe we put it right there. Like that. You just open that right up, I think. 1.9. Put that up to 2. I'm sure we can get away with it. Wiggle our queue up. There we go. I like the default colors there with the green and yellow also. Freak Spy Gaming's going to bed at long last. You're welcome for the stream. Have a good night. Thanks for chatting. Pretty late over there in Estonia, I'm sure. We're going to be wrapping up here in probably about 30 minutes anyway. Look at the lines we have for all of our rides, though. Oh, okay. Just not the bumper rides. What seems to be the dilemma here? Not paying that much. What are we charging for this? 280? Yeah, okay, well, we'll lower it down. Maybe 240. Yeah, if you want a sense of when this game was made, I don't know if War Thunder Man's still here. I don't think so. But if you want a good sense of when this game was made, imagine paying $2.40 in US currency to go on some bumper cars. I could tell you that's not realistic anymore. It's probably like closer to $20 now. So what do we add now? Maybe a few more flat rides. Some gentle ones. I feel like I haven't placed a gentle ride in a while. We have the circus. We have the slides. Slide's always a hit. And the slide would also fit in nicely. in one of our gaps here, but I might also use that gap for some decoration. I could put the slide under the roller coaster. I could put the slide under this roller coaster. Or over it if I wanted to get crazy. That would be such a cool spot. It's not that infeasible to put it there. I need to see the track heights. I have no idea which button that is. There we go. Yeah, it's at 0, so it is actually pretty infeasible. Well, maybe over here then. I was gonna put decoration here, but the slide just fits in so nicely. Open her up. Let's get it going. Got to rotate my view. There we go. Little queue for it. Nothing special. And what is the cost we should apply to this? Default cost is probably fine. Let's just color it. I do not like the red. Maybe a blue. Wow, that's really bright. Maybe a white and green. It's because there's not enough green. No, but I do want this to stand out from a distance. So maybe we go with orange and make this sort of the... It's just so bright. It's just such a bright ride. Actually, I don't mind that, the orange and the white. No, I do mind it. I want it to match the Woody. So maybe we go maroon. Yeah, okay. That's more what I was looking for. You know, the stream hasn't performed as well as some of my past ones. I'm looking at you, Transport Fever 2. City Skylines. By the way, City Skylines video, VOD. If you missed it, it's going to be going live on YouTube. I'm debating either tomorrow morning or the next morning. I'm worried if I upload it tomorrow, I might cannibalize some of the impressions that the OpenRCT2 video would get. But I also, at the same time, feel like OpenRCT2 is not really going to get that many more impressions than... because it's episode 6, you know? Like, YouTube's not really showing episode 6 to any new viewers. It's sort of like if you wanted to watch it, you're already watching it type of deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what we could do is add some windows. No, I'm not going to worry about the windows. The money is a non-issue. In fact, we could pay down our loan in its entirety. And yeah, I mean, 30 minutes left. Kind of want to build another roller coaster. Oh God. And slam my can of Olipop into the microphone. Ooh, we have some rain. You know what that means. We're about to make a load of money. Sorry if you can hear the sirens outside the window. And sorry for the flashing screen also. I'm thinking about where I want to put this next coaster. Ooh, you know what I said I would do is the log flume. And I said I would make a mountain to do that. And I'm going to stand by that. First, we're going to build the log flume itself. And the station for which, ooh, I kind of like, let me know if the lightning is a problem, by the way. I can disable that. I kind of like this for our entrance. Yes. Then we turn. And we go straight, I think. I think we're gonna go straight and then up. We'll make this our lift. Now, I want this to be a particular type of thing, so I'm gonna actually do that right away. This is gonna make sense. Well, I claim this will make sense in a little bit. It's gonna be extremely expensive, by the way. That $12,000 loan, I'm now realizing I want that money back. In fact, we'll take out 20 This is going to be very expensive. Turns out building mountains isn't cheap. Oh, and there goes our merry-go-round. You see the plan here, though? Level out. We'll do our turn to the right. Yes, and then we can exit there. I think that's perfect. Seems to be the issue. Too high for supports. There we go. Nonsense. Big old drop here. Not all the way, though. Put a... Not a revert. Oh, there's no, like, splash section I could do. That's fine. Another turn. We go down again. Log flume's very easy to make. Turn right. And then start heading up again right away here. Yeah. Oh my god, great idea. It's gonna have to wait though. Drop, straight. Turn. Now this is the big drop. All the way down. We're gonna go into the water. Actually, yeah, that didn't even need to do. I'll fix up the water in a second. We'll go near the water. No, we'll go into the water. We just gotta bring that down all the way. Yeah. That's gonna be a pretty intense drop, I think. And then we'll just bring it up and bring her home, I think. Let's put the photo section in. Then bring her up to 10. Right turn. S-bend. Fill her out. There we go. And since we have so much space there of straight track, that can all be station. S-bend right, and then we're just doing station track all the way in. We get lots of flumes on here. Now the idea is that this is all going to be just part of a big old mountain. So we raise up the terrain as much as it will let me go. And we smooth everything out later. Well, I should have had land smoothing on that whole time. Oh, and we ran out of money. That's how quickly you blow through $20,000 when you're building a mountain. Now, I wanted this part to maybe be underground. So if I go back into construction mode, delete that. Delete that. And that. That will be straight, but first we raise up some terrain. I just can't get my cursor on the right spot. Maybe if I lower some of the surrounding bits, I could find it. There it is. That's what I... Nope, that's not it. God, how low is that tile piece that I'm looking for? There it is. Oh my goodness. And that will connect back in. But before we do that, keep it underground. All right, what am I missing here? What seems to be the problem, officer? Ah, you are missing and you are missing. There we go. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Oh, stream just cut out. Stream is still, says streaming for me. You let me know if it's if you could hear me or if it's still out. Back now. Okay, good. Good. So I just blew a load of money and made this positively ridiculous log flume. And I know it's not quite the looker right now. it's gonna be. I know I say this a lot, but this is really the definition of please bear with me with this one. Also, I'm willing to just like blow stupid amounts of money because stream's about to end anyway. So we bring everything down as much as it will go, which is about yay much. And we just bring it all back up with, okay, well now we gotta wait. Well, we can fast forward a little bit. And I can also open the log flume while we wait for this. There we go. Just really struggling to find the piece there. Can't forget our queue. Now, if you know anything about Rollercoaster Tycoon, you know log flumes are seriously popular rides. So I'm gonna make this a very long queue. In fact, even longer than that, yeah. We'll bring it down like so. Yep, perfect. Open her up. What's the excitement on this? 4.49. That's pretty good, actually. We'll do 4.4. Look at all the people flood in. Oh, and our coasters aren't being fixed. We need some more handy people. Get 2 more mechanics. I'm pretty sure money is probably a non-issue at this point. 945 guests, and we have cash machines. And look at the line for the log flume. And it has a good throughput. There's lots of logs with which to flume. Now, I don't know if it's the best moneymaker per se. But it's certainly working for me right now. Okay, well, there goes all of our money again. Somehow we're actually in debt right now. Yeah, I do still have lots of terraforming I need to do over there. But it's gonna have to wait. Which is fine. And we can do turbo speed. We could do hyper speed even. Oh my goodness. This is a good way to print money. Okay, normal speed, normal speed. Get back to business. Back to terraforming. Oh god. Money go all the way down, just like that. Well, the good news is that there's no upkeep on the mountain we're building. One-time costs. By the way, the Hiltonator, if you're still in chat, I implore you to join the Discord so that we can plan exactly what you would like for your honorary position on the board. I'm going to make a note right now that the nature preserve needs to be built for the next episode. Nothing like building a nature preserve in the heat of the Great War. Am I right? 1,000 guests in the park right now. I think we're gonna go back up to hyperspeed, build up another 10 or 20,000. All right, there's another 20,000. We can resume the, oh, I just reset my height. We can resume building our terrain here. Oh my God, it's so expensive. All right, it's getting to the point where I'll just need to like fine tune the rest of it to get the edges to meet up and everything. But that's the general idea. This part's a little messy. This might not be very easily fine tuned. Yeah, because it's going to be all weird like that. Well, what we can do is just like slope it into the aggressive edge. And then paint the rest. We could bring some of this down. Yeah, actually, this is not bad at all. Still here. Says Hiltonator. I'll see when I can get in. Getting a guest in the house a bit, so it might be tomorrow. Dude, no rush. I'm not going to be recording the next episode for a little while. So really no rush. By a little while, probably like 6 days. All things considered. So yeah, no rush. But I mean, I did not expect such generosity, so I would like to provide some back to you any way that I can. Congrats on the tax return, by the way. You have an accountant, or do you do it yourself? Ooh, forgot about this side of the mountain. Oh my God, it's so expensive. Yeah, but we love fat tax returns. Well, especially me, I guess, right now. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to spend that money on also. I could get like 6 bags of coffee with that $100. I'm a big fan of coffee. I got high taste for the coffee. You know what I mean. All right, I think I need to let go of terraforming over here. It has some work that needs to be done. But if we go back into this game in a future stream, then I can use that opportunity to nicen it up a little bit. Let's add this guy before we head off. Still have some not coasters, but some rides that we can place down here. Where do I want to put it though? You do it yourself, super simple, just the one W-2 and a 30-year income is overtime. And your wife has a dependent. Yeah, I have a girlfriend that I joke all the time is my dependent. Hope she's not watching this right now, because I don't think she would appreciate the joke. We'll put you over here. Unfortunately, I can't file the girlfriend as a official dependent. I also have a bunch of stocks and stuff, which makes my taxes a pain in the ass to file. It's only one W-2, but it's like a bunch of interest from savings accounts and, well, not a bunch of interest, but it's some interest from savings accounts and the stocks and whatnot, the bonds. And a lot of the stocks I have are like ETFs, and some of those ETFs are like, they have qualified dividends and foreign assets. And so it just complicates it even further. I have to use I use Free Tax USA to file mine, and as I said earlier, I keep forgetting to actually do that. I wanted to do that today, and it escaped me yet again. I want some trees. Capital gain sounds like a pain. Thankful that you're a blue-collar man. I mean, it's only a pain if you're making money, right? So, like, it's not... Like, I would recommend... I'd recommend trying to get some capital gains. It's really easy. I mean, you just gotta open up, like, a Schwab account, and just... If you have extra cash sitting in a savings account, maybe... Don't do this right now with the current state of the economy, but you could, you know, invest into an ETF like SPY that just tracks the market. And then as long as you don't touch, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but as long as you don't touch that money for like 20 years, unless you plan to withdraw it in 20 years and it just so happens to be a catastrophic market crash that year, you're basically guaranteed to have a gain on it, and then that entire time you could be collecting dividends if you invest in ETFs with dividends, and you just spend like one Saturday talking to Gemini or ChatGPT about it, and then you don't have to worry about it again, because assuming you have a savings account, the savings account isn't going to net you the same gains that you could get with a brokerage account, but you can equally not have to worry about it for a long time, is the point I want to emphasize. So I have both savings and investment accounts. I think diversity is important. Right now I'm hand placing bushes, even though I do know there's a tool that does this for you. In fact, I'll use that tool now. Boom. Bushes everywhere. Okay. The trees make a big difference. It's like City Skylines. I was actually really close to playing City Skylines for this stream, but I didn't want to do it in back-to-back streams. But I played City Skylines in the stream a few days ago, and God, that game just sunk its teeth into me again. And now all I want to do is play City Skylines. Like lots and lots of City Skylines. Because this is all I do in City Skylines 2. I should clarify, City Skylines 2. Is I just like decorate. I place trees. Place these cattails everywhere. And it's so satisfying to like build a city in that game and manage the traffic and everything. I do love managing shit. Alright, well, we're at 2 hours and 57 minutes. I'm getting pretty tired. I'm getting pretty hungry also. I should eat dinner. It's 9 p.m. here. So I'm gonna call it. Hiltonator again, dude. Huge shout out, man. It's an unbelievable honor to be recognized with your own tax return like that. You could have spent that money on so many other things, but you chose Keeper Nightly, which is mind-boggling to me, and I appreciate it so much. We're gonna do something special for you. We'll figure it out whenever we have time to. Nature Preserve's definitely coming. And for now, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you have a nice rest of your day or the rest of your night. I don't ever have a schedule to my streams, but I will announce them on Discord before I go live. So if you want to catch a stream when it's live, you can hit me up over there. And I'll see everybody next time. That's it for now. Let me know if you want to see more RCT. But otherwise, stay tuned for the next night shift. Goodbye, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Big shout out, Hiltonator.